Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Mark. Thanks for tuning in. And what I'm going to do is, just like the title says, I'm going to make a classic R&B jam, but it's going to be an original track of mine. And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm going to use everything in this front room and the gear, and I'm going to kind of walk you through. Everyone's seen all my what I have in here, but if you haven't, I will walk you through right quick. And all I'm going to do, if you haven't, let me take the camera off the stand right quick, is I'm going to use my Yamaha motif and my Core Triton, and I'm going to use sounds from I'm going to use my Arturia Key Lab to control virtual instruments, and I'm going to show you exactly what's coming off of course, the motif, and I'm going to show you what sounds I'm going to use off the Triton, and then I'll show you within the software exactly what I'm going to use. Other than that, I'm going to use everything's going to be ran through the console, and I'm going to use some of this outboard gear, the preamps and stuff like that. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through the process. So this ought to be, I'm going to put this back on the stand. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to record it, and I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to set up each sound to record, and then I'm going to record. And I'm going to show you a few minutes, maybe 30 seconds or a minute to, I'll be replaying the sound, because I'm not going to show you all, because you'll know it's me playing. And I'm going to show you how I would do a classic R&B. And I got the song in my mind. The name of the song is going to be called Is It Love? And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do it. So you'll see it in real time, and then you will hear the finished part at the end of this video series. For this video, you will hear the finished part, and then part two, I'll show you how I would mix it and process it in the software. So without further ado, let's begin. All right guys, how's it going? What I'm going to do first is I'm going to set up my doll. Everyone knows I like Cakewalk, so I got the front page of Cakewalk loaded here, and it's easier for me to just do it this way. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to mix it using the other software, so you can see a clear understanding. But what I'm doing right now, I'm going to select a new project, and it's going to be basic. So now it's a basic project, and because I know the shortcut, I pretty much know the shortcut keys for all my dolls, all 13 of them. Some people are like, man, you really are? Yep, I work with. That's just me. I'm a type of person. I got, because I got a lot of time on my hands, I take the time to learn my dolls. So, okay. I'll make it defaults with a MIDI and a audio track. I'm going to get rid of the MIDI. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the B key to get rid of the browser window. I'm going to hit the I key to get rid of the inspector window. And I'm going to hit the D key to set up my mixer window. But I'm going to separate it so I can move that over here. So I just moved it over here. There you have it. So now my tracking window's over here and my mixing window's over here. And then I'm going to come over here to hit Control. I'm going to hit over here Control T, and I'm going to go T, and it's just going to make, I'm going to make about probably, I'm going to do 20, I'm going to do about 24 tracks. Yep, well, I did 26, but I can always get rid of tracks 25 and 26. All right, so 25 and 26, I'm gonna go ahead and delete those 25 and 26 because I will be setting up auxiliary tracks and my bus channels and all that. So now I got 26 in blank 24 blank audio tracks for now. And I'm going to delete some of those audio tracks because I will be using some MIDI tracks and using the Arturia as my key lab. And I'll show you the software I'm using. So now, with that being said, now I pretty much somewhat got my DAW pretty much established. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna set up a blank. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on the stand. So there we go. So now I'm going to open and spread all my tracks. All right. So I'm coming to track 1. All right. The first thing I need to do is I need to get the DAW set up. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be using external drums, I'm not going to use the metronome. So I'm going to go here into the metronome window, click on metronome, and what I'm going to do is take off so I don't hear the click sound when I'm recording. So I took the recording metronome click off. And so now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to arm it. So I'm arming the track. And I'm going to set my, let me bring this back so you can see. So now, I armed the track, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm arming the track, but now I need to come and I need to set my input routing. So I'm going to set this to mics line 1 and 2, and they're ready to go. It's already ready to go. And that's going to come mics input line 1 and 2. I'll show you exactly how it's routed, the input. So those right there are coming from the direct out right here. And those are the direct outs. That input is coming from that mixer on the floor, because that mixer is the sounds for my two keyboards here. So in channel 17 and 18, so on channel 17 and 18, when I play, I got signal, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you next how I'm going to use the compressor here, and I'm going to show you the next segment how I'm going to set up my compressor to control some of my dynamics when I'm recording. All right, for this part, I went ahead and recorded the drums, but I want to show you what the compressor setting is. And the compressor I used was the Behringer Composer Pro. And I like, actually, I'm laughing because some people say, man, Behringer? Yep, Behringer, exactly. You'll hear the final results. Anyhow, these are the settings. Threshold, probably negative 15, I would say, on the threshold. And my attack is between 3 and 4, the ratio. Not my attack, my ratio is between 3 and 4. And then the attack is a medium attack, a slow release, and then the makeup gain. So, yep. So let me play it right quick, the drums. So you can get a good look. the drum compression setting. All right. So, alrighty. Check it out, everybody. I did my bass line now. So now I got the next track set up. I have the next track ready to go, and it's coming to the mixer, of course, into the interface and into the DAW. And I selected this acoustic guitars patch. So that's the patch. Back out of this. Okay. So that's the patch I'm going to do for the next track. And so I'm going to go ahead and record this track, and we'll come back. Alrighty. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to record the bass line. And what I've done is I got a program called Synth Anthology, and I chose this instrument. It is called the M Mini, and I'm using what they call fast bass. So that's going to be my bass line. So I'm going to record a little bit of it so you can hear me play it in full time. So yeah, here we go. Would it help if I arm the track, right? Let me arm the track. Okay. So yeah, yep, here we go. Yeah, I gotta check my level first. Make sure I got a good level. Yep. Okay. Yep. All right, here we go. Now I'm ready. I'm about to do another track. What I'm about to do last is I'm just going to add some filler tracks to this 90s track that I'm doing before I do the vocals. And so I'm just going to add a little hip hop collab from the Tridelli. So that's going to be the patch. You're going to hear that. So, all right. So I'm going to get that going. And here we go. I already got my level set. Of course, no 90s jam will be completed without the infamous so I'm gonna add that little patch and throw that in there. So, all right, here we go. Of course, I'm gonna redo that. Let me do that one more time. Okay, here we go. without some strings. So I'm going to go ahead and record these strings right quick, these strings. And that's going to complete for all the instrumentation I'm going to add in it for now. So, all right. So, we'll see you in the next part. All right, check it out, everybody. This is what I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to record some background vocals, and I'm going to show you what I'm using. I'm going to, now that I got all the music tracks recorded, and I'm going to use this Groove Tube mic. And this is the mic I'm going to use, and then I'm going to run into the Altron Mic Pre 73 here, and I'm going to set my I'm not going to run EQ, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it from the vocals into I'm going to run it into a compressor, and then I'm going to run that out into the output of this is going to go into the channels 1 and 2 here of the Behringer Firepower FCA 16. That's what everything was going to. This is the interface. I've been using the FCA 1616. And that's what's going into the DAW. So that's what you're going to hear. You're going to hear the vocals coming from the Altron. And that's going to run into a compressor. And then that's going to run. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Lisa 3630 compressor. So, and then I'm going to run that into the interface, then into the DAW to record. So that's going to be my signal chain, and so you're going to hear the back. That's also going to be my signal chain for the lead vocal as well. So, without further ado, alrighty, check it out, everybody. I'm done with the recording. So now we're going to the next video that I'm going to do. I'm going to show you exactly what I did to prepare it to mix in the next video. So look forward to that. But we're done with the recording portion. So at the end of this video, you hear a little bit of the music. And all I did was just the background, because I'm going to come back and do the lead vocal. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you how to mix that in the third video. Then we'll be done. So that's going to conclude how I would make an old school 90s R&B track. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.